What's up, everybody? Welcome to some Samut, Voice of Dissent, nice little Naya Rage Cage. Hope you're excited to have some fun. Oh, yes, let's do it. Search opening hand goes, yeah, with the mulligan and the command tower scalding. Yeah, I like this hand a lot, actually. Hull Breach, Elvish Mystic. We will keep on this one. Get the Scry going. Pithing Needle. Yeah, I think that's actually not that bad. We're going to put that on top. You know, if our opponent gets into some busted Tymaret action, then we can definitely get that down and kind of throw a nice little pithing needle into his murdering plans or whatever. But yes, we're playing Samut, Voice of Dissent. Let's go ahead and make the land drop for the turn. And then let's go get the command tower down. We're not going to drop the pithing needle just yet. Let's go and get Elvish Mystic down for 1 green mana. Anything else? Now we're going to go and pass the turn. We were playing Samut, Voice of Dissent. She has Flash, Double Strike, Vigilance, and Haste. Then for 1 white mana, untap another target creature. Playing its Tymaret, the Murder King, King of all murders. 2 mana, sacrifice another creature, deals 2 damage to target player. 2 mana, sack a creature. Chainer's Edict. Oh, that's fine. You got it. Chainer's Edict on the Elvish Mystic. And then for 2 mana, sack a creature, return the Murder King from your graveyard to your hand. Hopefully the YouTube algorithms don't really... get this one flagged. That'd be kind of a bummer. Let's go and get the Scalding Tarn down. Anything else we want to go for? We can use it to go for Worldly Tutor. I think next turn. I think that sounds pretty good. I'm still going to hold off on Pithing Needle. I want to give our opponent opportunity to kind of have some fun, so that's what we're gonna go for. Urborg on the battlefield. Target creature loses first strike or swamp walk until end of turn. Okay. See what they're going to go for. Opponent does have the Chainer's Edict. They did cast for 2 mana, and they do have Flashback for 7 out of the graveyard. So that's something we're going to have to make sure that we keep track of with that Flashback. Let's go and crack the Scalding Tarn, and let's see if we can't grab ourselves a nice little utility creature off the Worldly Tutor. And let's go ahead and grab, I guess we'll go ahead and grab a Stomping Ground on this one. I think that sounds good. Put it in play tap. Not going to pay 2 on this one. Let's go for Worldly Tutor. And then we could go for Rada, because if we swing with Rada, we'll have that 2 mana in our mana pool, but I don't think I like that. We go Bloom Tinder, we'll be able to get that down. Kind of leaves us open to some sort of removal spell. Actually, let's go Sylvan. Yeah, let's go Sylvan. I like that. Sylvan going to go on top. We can get that down. It's going to have hexproof that way. You know, the only way they can deal with Sylvan is some sort of target player sacks a creature. So at least if they're banking on some sort of spot removal, we can get that down and then hopefully be in a good position to kind of go from there. Alright, so we covered both commanders. We go. It's free time. We can talk about whatever we want, and that's going to be about Samut and her nice little Naya Rage Cage. I don't know. I just love thinking about. I'm not a huge fan of wrestling, not from like I don't like it. It's just it never was interested. Like I never enjoyed it. Well, that sounds kind of bad. Like I never watched it as a kid. I knew it existed. It just didn't appeal to me as a little kid. But I've always appreciated cage matches. I don't know. I just thought there was something really cool about that. And then whenever, okay, Scattered Groves. Let's go ahead and get these Scattered Groves down. Combat Celebrant. Yeah, we're going to get that. Put it into play tapped. And then let's go ahead and go for the Combat Celebrant. And that way, next turn, Samut does have haste. We can get into spots where we can exert the Combat Celebrant and then get some nice little extra combat steps. Anything else? No, we're going to pass the turn. But yeah, back to wrestling. So my buddy, in fact, he's still a good friend to this. Actually, he's one of my best friends. We were friends in 4th grade. He moved in 4th grade, and he watched wrestling growing up. And my family didn't watch wrestling, and so it didn't really appeal to me. But he'd spend the night, and we'd watch wrestling after 8 o'clock because he didn't get to watch wrestling at night or something like that. It's one of those little things where as a little kid where you're just like, yeah, I'm going to break the rules at my friend's house because my friend's parents don't know. So we watch wrestling, but I always enjoyed watching it. It just didn't really appeal to me. But I always love the cage matches, and whenever I think about Samut doing our nice little rage cage, I like thinking Tymaret over there with his nice little gold mask and the zombies, like watching from the audience, and Samut's over there just like, she's got her nice little knife over there. I don't know. Like, it's always fun to kind of visually imagine what you're playing out. It's always fun. All right. So our opponent is going to pass the turn. Sorry about that. A little bit of a cough right there. Okay, see if we get the lay drop for the turn. If we do, that's going to be beautiful. We can get down some... Oh, awesome. Alright, so let's get the forest down. And I think on this one, our opponent might be banking on some sort of board wipe or something. Let's go ahead and overextend into this. I don't mind extending into this at all. Let's go and get that down. We're going to go and exert it too. Let's go for Samut. It's going to have haste, double strike. So that's actually going to be 20 total damage we're going to be dealing once we exert the Combat Celebrant. Alright. Attack. Oh man, that always makes me Makes me nervous whenever we have the combat celebrator if we're going to miss the exert trigger, which is always a little bummer. All right, so we're swinging in. We got double strike 6 coming across. It's going to be 10 with the combat celebrant total. Oh yes, it's going to be 12 total commander damage we'll be able to deal on this one after we go for that. And it's still going to leave up 1 more mana for the Sylvan. So I think what we may end up doing is going for the, maybe we want a Pithing Needle on Tymaret. I don't know about that. Alright. So let's go and swing in. Swing with Samut. Coming in hot. It's going to be 12 total commander damage. I guess, if we're going to do anything, yeah, let's just go and wait on Pithing Needle, because we can Pithing Needle on the Murder King, or we can go for Diamond Valley, which will allow them to start sacrificing some creatures to gain some life. Or we could go for the charge counters, because they put the charge counters on there. We'll just wait. You know, if they get into spots where they're going for Diamond Valley, then we'll just kind of wait and see what they've got going on. I like holding on to it like this way. Alright, so I'm going to put a charge counter on the Coalition Relic. Just in case they're working to get into like maybe Obnixilis Planeswalker or something, who knows. If we can catch something that has some really impact on the board with the Pithing Needle, I don't mind holding on to it. But definitely, if you know, if you're sitting at home saying, I'd play the Pithing Needle, yeah, definitely. I'd love to Pithing Needle the Coalition Relic or the Diamond Valley. Just kind of depending on how their board plays out. Right now, we're just seeing a bunch of lands, so I'm not really that excited about just simply Pithing Needle, a Coalition Relic, or a Diamond Valley. But definitely that could be a line of play that you wanted to go for, and especially if they're going for a Planeswalker right now, 6 mana, we can save it for that. Now, outside of that, in our hand, we do have Hull Breach, which is going to allow us to destroy target artifact or enchantment. Both, if they get those on the battlefield, we get to choose one. Why not more? Choose whatever you want on this one. And then we also have Selesnya Charm. Target creature gains +2/+2 until end of turn and gains trample. So since we are sitting at 12 total commander damage, +2/+2, that's going to be a nice little 5/6, that will be enough commander damage if our opponent doesn't block or gets something on the battlefield to stop Samut. So we do at least have the Profane Command, target player loses X life, target creature gets -X/-X. Okay, that's fine. And we do have an exerted combat celebrant, so we're not going to be able to swing in next turn. So we do at least have the Voltron line of play with the Selesnya Charm. We need to kind of keep that in mind. Alright, so Samut goes back to the command zone. She gets knocked back into the cage. Got the cage rattling, and then we draw into the War Leader. So at this point right now, we're sitting at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 total mana, which is not going to be enough for Samut or the War Leader. So we want to, yeah, I think we might just go ahead and Hull Breach on the Coalition Relic. I think that sounds good. Just kind of keep them off any sort of little extra mana. Yeah, let's go ahead and Hull Breach on that. They can add mana in response to that if they want to, but I mean, add a charge counter or add mana. But at this point right now, we'll just go and get that off the battlefield. Okay, add black in response. Let's go ahead and go over to our second main phase, see if we want to do anything else. Make sure that mana kind of floats away. Goes away. There we go. Man, no mana burn, but at least goes away. And then Pithing Needle on Diamond Valley. They have no creatures out there. Once again, yeah, we're just going to go and hold on to it. Okay, but yes, if you're new to the channel, this is your first time seeing Samut, what are we doing with the deck? This deck is definitely geared towards swinging in, being a little aggressive with our creatures. We do have a nice little subset of utility creatures that we can use with Samut's untap ability, even though we don't have them out there. We can actually use it with the combat celebrant if we've exerted him, and we can start swinging in there. Opponent's going for Fleshback Marauder. Okay. So they're going to have to sacrifice a creature. Do we want to get rid of our Mana Dork? They're going to be able to sack in response to that, which they will. Again, go up to 17. And then let's see, which one do we want to sack? Yeah, I think I'm okay with the combat celebrant. You know, we could get into a position where we hold on to it. I like having that mana. We kind of need, we don't really have a whole lot of mana in the hand. Yeah, I'm going to get a combat celebrant. I'd like to keep that one, but unfortunately, I like what we've got going on right now. Now, with the Chainer's Edict out of the graveyard, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're only sitting at 5 mana, so we don't have to worry about that flashback yet. And now that our opponent does have the Murder King on the battlefield, we may end up going for that Pithing Needle on the Murder King. King of all murders. Drawn to Signal the Clan. Search your library for 3 creature cards, reveal them, put them in, and then we could go for some Mana Dorks. Maybe a little risky going for that. Yeah. Let's go ahead and go for that. We need to get some stuff moving. Let's go Signal the Clans. And let's go ahead and get a nice little spread on this. Let's go for Bloom Tinder. And then we can still get down Knotvine Mystic. So we'll go for Knotvine Mystic. We'll grab one more utility creature. I guess Oracle. We go for Oracle, start making some land drops. Or if we want to get an actual Arbor Elf on the battlefield, untap target forest, which scatter groves and shelter. Yeah, we'll go for that. Actually, we'll go Birds of Paradise. Alright, see what we end up with the hand. Navine Mystic, awesome. Actually, the one that we wanted. So we're going to go into red, go green, and then let's go white off the Sylvan Caryatid. Get that down. Anything else, we're going to go and pass the turn. So we're looking at 6 total mana, 7. So we'll actually be online for Samut next turn, and that way we can start swinging in. Now, if we hit the land drop, we'll be able to go for Pithing Needle on the Murder King. But unfortunately, like right now at this point with the Murder King, we're just looking at 2 damage to target player, and then return from your graveyard to the hand for 2 mana. So it's really not the... we're not really in any sort of pressure right now with the Murder King. Promise of Power. Draw 5 cards and you lose 5 life. Okay. Go down to 10, drawing a few more cards. And then if we want to kind of stop them from gaining life, we might end up going Pithing Needle and Diamond Valley. If that's what the kind of their game plan is with the Promise of Power. That way we can kind of force them to not really get a nice little activation. I actually do kind of like that. So, yeah, especially if they're going to be drawing cards like stuff like Promise of Power and kind of using their life total as a resource. Let's go. Yeah, we'll go and go for that. Okay, let's see what we draw into. Okay, let's see what we draw into. We are looking at what we got. Heartless. Okay, so if we get Heartless down, we can get that down next turn with Samut. So we tap out for that. Let's kind of just work through the colors. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're basically gonna have to swing out for Samut. Yeah, I think I like pushing in on this one. Let's go Samut. Let's get that on the battlefield. Might be drawing into some sort of removal. So if we go for the Ward Leader, swings in is Flying Vigilance Haste. Texture for untap all creatures. There's an additional combat step. We'll get a few more activations off that. We can Pithing Needle on Diamond Valley. And then we can go that next turn? Yeah, let's try and do that. I think I like that a little bit better. Let's go red, let's go white. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's go ahead and let's go Pithing Needle. And then let's go ahead and Tymaret the Murder. Actually, no, we're going to go Diamond Valley. I like that a little bit better. Diamond Valley. Click OK. Yeah, make sure. Okay, let's go for the War Leader. Let's go and swing in. It's going to be 3-4 in the air. They're not going to be able to gain life off this one. Untap all creatures. Going to be another untap step. And then did we want to actually add that to our mana pool? Target creature gets +2/+2 and gains trample. Alright, go down to 5, and then we should get another 1, I think. Yeah, we're going to be able to swing in. Oh, beautiful. Yes. Okay. Swinging for 5 in the air, put our opponent down 2. 0. Alright, close it out. Very nice. It's a pretty good little match right there. Yeah, there's little lines of play like that where I think I see it correctly, and it's hard to do it with commentary, but hey, it feels pretty good going for that. So definitely see where you can just have some nice utility creature stuff like the War Leader to kind of push in some nice little final combat damage, and then looking at the Pithing Needle, saving it for the Diamond Valley, finally allowed us to make sure that we can push in some nice little combat damage. So, alright everybody, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.